What's going on, guys? T-Mark here, and today we're going to be talking about more possibilities of where Call of Duty could be heading in 2014. So up until this point, and I actually put out a video about this a couple of weeks ago, I'll link it in the description, but up until this point, pretty much all roads and all leads point to Sledgehammer Games developing the next Call of Duty instead of Treyarch. Treyarch will be in 2015, and Sledgehammer will most likely be making Modern Warfare 4. That's what everybody's kind of guessing and assuming at this point. Nothing's been confirmed, but that's where, you know, everything kind of points to, all of our clues and everything. So I still think that that's probably the most probable situation, you know, the most likely outcome of 2014 is that Sledgehammer comes out with Modern Warfare 4, but recently, there's been some new information that was thrown into the mix. So, yesterday, somebody posted on the Call of Duty Reddit claiming to be an ex-Treyarch employee, and he had no proof that he was an employee. It's kind of hard to give proof of that. You know, I don't know how he would do that, but he had no proof. So, you know, this doesn't mean anything. It could be possible. It could not be possible. We don't know, but it's not confirmed. I don't want you guys to think it's confirmed. But he said that he worked on Big Red 1 and on Black Ops 1, and Big Red 1 was Call of Duty 2, if you guys don't know. But, yeah, he worked on Big Red 1 and Black Ops 1, and he doesn't work there anymore, but he still has ties with the studio and the people in the studio that have given him some information on the next Call of Duty game. So, basically what he said is the next game will be Black Ops 3, developed by Treyarch. It'll be set in the time period leading up to and right at the very start of World War II, and you'll play as a man by the name of Olsen, a member of the 29th Infantry Division, which is what the kind of whole story mode is focused around, kind of like the Ghost Squad in Ghosts. But anyway, your superiors are worried that your radical thoughts about the world will leak and cause momentous effects, so they place you in an insane asylum, and you know, you kind of go crazy in there. You have a bunch of crazy flashbacks and all kinds of craziness, and yeah, that's kind of the main idea behind the story mode. And then he also said that Zombies is returning in full force, plus more. So there's the normal kind of like survival mode that we're used to, but there's also new modes such as Team Deathmatch, Free-for-all, and then another new mode that's yet to be named or confirmed or something like that. And that the storyline in this game directly connects with Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. So that's what he has to say about this game. And honestly, my thoughts are that it's phony. Now, again, we can't count this out. There have been leaks like this before on Reddit and stuff in previous years that have proven to be true, or at least like partially true, which is why I wanted to show you guys this, because it's kind of interesting. Like the story mode, or the storyline rather, that he was describing in this post actually sounds pretty plausible. Like, that sounds like an actual Call of Duty storyline. It sounds like it'd be pretty intense. So, you know, that's pretty cool. The time period also kind of makes sense. I mean, we've been in like the modern or near future times for quite a few Call of Duties now, so maybe they want to mix it up and bring it back to like the World War I, World War II era, Vietnam, you know, whatever it may be, a little bit back in time. That'd be pretty cool. And then, of course, with the zombies, they're always going to be looking for ways to expand zombies and improve zombies and add new things to it. So, you know, new modes, TDMs, free-for-alls. I'm not sure how those would work, but I'm sure it's something that they would be looking into. So, I don't know. You know, like I said, people do this stuff all the time, especially this time of year, right before we find out the actual confirmed information about the next Call of Duty. It shouldn't be too long, maybe a couple of months before we find that out. But yeah, sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not true at all, and sometimes they're partially true. I just want to kind of show it to you guys just in case it had any sort of truth to it. And then also, it kind of brings up an interesting question. So, like I said, we've been in kind of like the same like modern-ish future, just barely into the future time period for the past, you know, 3 Call of Duties now. What would you like to see for the next Call of Duty? You know, do you want Sledgehammer Games to be making Modern Warfare 4? That sounds pretty cool. I would love to see what they can do, you know, working by themselves on a game. I think that'd be pretty awesome. But just talking in terms of like the time period, like, do you want to see another Modern Warfare game? Do you want to see another game that's slightly in the future? Or would you like them to mix it up a bit? You know, we've been in kind of the same time period for a while now. Do we want to go a little bit back in time, or maybe a little bit into the future time? I'm not sure. I have a hard time kind of seeing where the future could go. Like, I mean, Ghost did a good job of kind of bringing in space and intertwining that with the campaign, and I thought that was really cool. A couple of the space missions were awesome, but I don't think we can go too much farther into the future without becoming like a Halo-esque type game, and I don't really want to see Call of Duty go there. I mean, I'm sure they could do a good job with it, but that just seems kind of weird. So I think, you know, if they're not going to stay in the modern near future times, I think the only place to go is in the past. And would you guys want to see that? You know, would you want to see a Black Ops 3 that maybe takes place before Black Ops 1, or would you want to see a Call of Duty World at War 2? How crazy would that be? That'd be pretty cool. World at War was the first Call of Duty that I got on release day and played, you know, until the next Call of Duty came out. I came in like 3/4 of the way through the Call of Duty 4's life cycle. But World at War was a really good game. I really loved that game, and I had a lot of fun with the campaign and things, and I think they could absolutely destroy a World at War 2, and I'd love to see them do that. But yeah, I just kind of want to get your guys' opinions. Would you want to see the next Call of Duty be a modern time game or like a near future time game, or would you rather it be a little bit different than what we've had the past couple of years and go either a little bit into the future or a little bit in the past? Let me know what you guys think, and then also let me know what you think about this guy on Reddit. Like I said, I don't really believe him fully. I think it's a little bit more of a phony type thing going on. I do think that Sledgehammer is going to be making the next Call of Duty game. Whether or not it's Modern Warfare 4, I'm not sure. That's just kind of like the main lead we have at this point, since they did help in Modern Warfare 3, and it kind of seems that's the direction the series is taking. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you guys later. Check out one of the other 2 videos you haven't seen yet. Peace out, guys.